If you are watching this right now, there is a good chance you have been moving through a period of intense change. You may feel as though the stability you once relied on has begun to crack, or that the life you were familiar with is being dismantled piece by piece. Situations that once felt secure may suddenly feel uncertain. People you counted on might seem distant. Plans that once made sense may now be unraveling without warning. It can feel disorienting, uncomfortable, and even frightening to watch your life shift in ways you did not expect. But what you are experiencing is not a collapse. It is a rearrangement. There are moments in a person's life when the universe intervenes and begins restructuring everything around them. This intervention does not always arrive gently. It often begins with disruption, because disruption is the fastest way to break apart what no longer aligns with who you are becoming.
When the universe needs to move you into a new position, it cannot rely on comfort or familiarity to push you forward. So it uses change. It uses uncertainty. It uses the sensation of things falling apart to create the space necessary for something new to take shape. The dismantling is not life working against you. It is the universe working for you. Many people misunderstand this stage because they focus only on what is leaving, not on what is being prepared. They see the loss, but not the alignment. They see the chaos, but not the orchestration happening behind the scenes. Yet when the universe begins rearranging your life, the process follows a pattern. The old must shift so the new can arrive. Relationships that cannot support your next chapter begin to fade. Opportunities that are too small for your purpose begin to fall away. Environments that limit your growth become uncomfortable, pushing you to move. The universe removes the pieces that prevent you from stepping into the path meant for you. It might feel as though the ground beneath you is unstable, but instability is often the first sign that your life is being rebuilt on a foundation that aligns with your higher direction. You are not being punished. You are being repositioned. Everything that feels uncertain right now is part of a larger design that you may not fully understand yet. There are shifts taking place beyond your awareness. Shifts that will make sense only when you look back and see how every disruption guided you towards something better aligned with your purpose. What feels chaotic is actually precise. What feels random is intentional. What feels like loss is preparation. You are not losing your path. You are being moved onto the one that was meant for you all along. The universe is clearing the path, adjusting the timing, aligning the people, and preparing the opportunities that match the next version of who you are becoming. You are being guided, even in the moments that feel most confusing. As we begin this message, give yourself permission to step out of fear and into a deeper understanding of what is happening around you. You are not in the wrong place. You are not falling apart. You are in transition, and transition always begins with a shift that feels bigger than you. Trust that the universe is rearranging everything, not to break you, but to align you. Before we go deeper, take a moment to support this channel so these messages can continue reaching those who need them. If this introduction resonates with your experience, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who may need this reminder, and subscribe to the channel for more guidance on your journey. When the universe begins rearranging your life, the first signs often appear subtly, then grow stronger as the process unfolds. Many people overlook these early shifts because they interpret them through the lens of fear, inconvenience, or personal failure. But universal realignment does not operate through comfort. It operates through movement. And movement begins by disrupting the patterns that have kept you anchored to an old version of yourself. To recognize the signs of this rearrangement is to understand that instability, changes in relationships, shifts in timing, and the redirection of opportunities are not signs of something going wrong. They are indicators that something larger is taking place beneath the surface. Stability is usually the first area where the shifts become noticeable. You may feel as though the routines that once brought you comfort are no longer satisfying or sustainable. Things that used to feel predictable suddenly feel uncertain. Processes you relied on begin to break down. Even your internal landscape may feel unsettled, almost as if the ground beneath your life is loosening. This instability is not random. It is the universe undoing the structures that can no longer support your next stage.
The stability you once built was created by an older version of you. Now that you are evolving, that old foundation must be broken apart so a new one can form. The cracks in your stability are not signals of collapse, but signals of construction. As this shift deepens, relationships begin to change as well. People who once felt central in your life may start drifting away. Connections that were once strong might weaken without warning. You may notice a growing emotional distance between yourself and individuals you used to resonate with easily. This can feel painful or confusing, but it is one of the clearest signs of universal rearrangement. Relationships are energetic contracts. When your energy shifts, the universe adjusts these contracts. Those who can no longer grow with you naturally fall away. Those who are not aligned with your next chapter begin to disengage. This separation is not rejection, it is recalibration. You are being prepared for connections that match your new frequency, not your old one. Some relationships end abruptly, others dissolve quietly. Some remain but transform into something different. Regardless of the form, the shift happens because you are entering a stage where the universe cannot allow certain energies to remain attached to you. The redirection of your path requires the removal of influences that would pull you back toward an outdated version of yourself. Even loneliness during this phase is not a void, it is a clearing. It creates the space needed for new alignments, new people, and new forms of support that fit who you are becoming. Alongside shifting relationships, plans may begin to collapse. What once seemed certain may fall apart unexpectedly. Situations you counted on may no longer unfold the way you anticipated. You might experience delays where momentum once existed, or interruptions that seem poorly timed. This is one of the most challenging signs to interpret because society teaches us that if a plan collapses, we must have made a mistake. But universal rearrangement does not dismantle your life to punish you. It dismantles your life to redirect you. When the universe needs to move you onto a different path, it cannot let you continue walking confidently in the wrong direction. So it allows certain plans to fall apart. What looks like rejection is redirection. What feels like failure is an intervention. When a plan collapses, it often means that it was built on an incorrect assumption, an outdated intention, or a timeline that is no longer aligned with your growth. The universe pulls those structures apart because it knows you are being prepared for something that requires a different path, a different pace, or a different version of you. Timing is another area where the signs of rearrangement become clear. Events that should have happened quickly may take longer than expected. Opportunities you were certain about may be delayed. Projects may stall at the last minute. Even simple tasks may feel unusually complicated. This shift in timing is not bad luck. It is the universe adjusting your trajectory in the background. When something is delayed, it is often because the circumstances are not yet aligned for your highest outcome. If an opportunity arrives too early, you may not be ready to receive it. If it arrives too late, it may lose its value. The universe rearranges timing to ensure that the right event meets the right version of you in the right moment. Redirection is another clear sign of universal orchestration. You may find yourself drawn to places, ideas, or opportunities you did not previously consider. You may feel an intuitive nudge to explore something new, or a subtle discomfort pushing you away from something familiar. These impulses are part of the rearrangement. They guide you toward environments where you can grow and away from those that suppress your potential. Sometimes the universe redirects you gently through inspiration. Other times it redirects you forcefully through the removal of something you are not willing to let go of. In both cases, the intention is the same: alignment. One of the most misunderstood signs of universal rearrangement is the feeling of being stuck. This stagnation is often misinterpreted as a lack of progress, but stagnation can be a powerful indicator of internal preparation. You may feel as though you are not moving forward, even though you are doing everything you can. You may feel blocked, unmotivated, or unsure of your next step. This pause is not a mistake. It is the universe holding you in place while it rearranges the external circumstances around you. Movement too early would interrupt the alignment. The stagnation forces you to develop internally, while the external world shifts into position. During this phase, synchronicities may appear more frequently. Repeated numbers, symbolic dreams, recurring signs, or meaningful coincidences may begin to surface. These are not accidents, they are confirmations that the rearrangement is underway. Synchronicities serve as markers along your path, subtle signals that the universe is orchestrating events, even if you cannot see the full picture. They remind you that there is an intelligence guiding the changes. Another sign is the emergence of internal tension. You may feel restless, unsettled, or out of place without fully understanding why. This discomfort is not random. It is your spirit outgrowing the container of your old life. The tension arises because the universe is pulling you forward, while parts of you still cling to what is familiar. The discomfort intensifies until you begin to release what no longer aligns. This internal pull is one of the strongest indicators that you are being prepared for something new. As all these signs unfold, the analytical truth becomes clear. The patterns in your life are not breaking randomly. They are being strategically rearranged. Everything that wavers, shifts, collapses, or redirects is part of a coordinated process designed to move you into alignment with a higher path. The universe does not remove anything that belongs to your future. It only removes what cannot sustain your evolution. The key to recognizing these signs is understanding that they do not represent personal failure. They represent energetic necessity. You are not losing what is meant for you. You are shedding what is too small for the version of yourself that is emerging. Every shift, whether subtle or disruptive, reveals that you are being positioned for something greater. The universe is clearing the obstacles, adjusting the timing, shifting relationships, and rearranging the foundation beneath your life so that you can step into the next chapter with clarity and purpose. If you take a step back and observe the patterns with a calm mind, you will see that the changes you have been resisting are the very changes creating the path forward. The universe is not tearing your life apart, it is restructuring it from the inside out. And the first step to navigating this transformation is learning to recognize the signs for what they truly are. The beginning of a profound realignment meant to bring you into harmony with your highest direction. When the universe begins rearranging your life, it is responding to a shift within you that has already begun. People often believe transformation starts with external events, but in reality, the energetic mechanism always begins internally. A part of you evolves first, your awareness expands, your values shift, your intuition strengthens, your spirit begins reaching for a higher version of itself, even before your conscious mind fully understands what is happening. As this inner evolution takes root, your external reality must adjust to match it. The universe cannot allow you to carry outdated structures into a future that requires a more refined version of you. Therefore, anything that is not aligned with your new trajectory begins to move, loosen, dissolve, or redirect. Energetic misalignment is the central reason the universe begins rearranging everything in your life. As you grow, the frequency of your spirit changes. This is not symbolic language, it is an energetic fact. Every thought, intention, emotion, and belief carries a vibrational signature. When these signatures evolve, the people, environments, and situations around you must either elevate to match your new vibration or fall away. This is why life feels like it is shifting beneath your feet. The universe is simply adjusting your external reality to reflect the internal changes already happening within you. Most people resist this process because they do not yet understand the mechanism behind it. They see the rearrangement as loss, instability, or chaos. But from a spiritual perspective, the universe is not tearing things apart. It is pulling apart the structures that cannot sustain the expansion ahead. Old timelines collapse because they were built on an earlier version of you. Old habits fade because they do not support who you are becoming. Old relationships weaken because their frequency is no longer compatible with your growth. These shifts are not punishments, they are preparations. As your energy evolves, the universe must place you at the intersection of timing, opportunity, and identity. This convergence is delicate and requires precision. If the right opportunity appears at the wrong time, it will slip past you. If the right relationship arrives before you are emotionally prepared, it will not last. If success enters your life while you are still operating from old wounds, you will sabotage it. Therefore, the universe orchestrates the dismantling of old structures not to harm you, but to position you correctly for what is coming. Each shift that feels like loss is actually a recalibration of your timeline. The universe is aligning events so the future version of you can meet the right circumstances at the right moment. This is why major breakthroughs are often preceded by breakdowns. The breakdowns remove what is outdated, so the new can be anchored without interference. If the universe allowed your old structures to remain intact, they would collapse under the weight of your expansion. Your old life was never built to hold the next level of your destiny. It was designed for the identity you were, not the identity you are becoming. When you evolve spiritually or emotionally, your life must evolve with you. If it does not evolve naturally, the universe intervenes and accelerates the shift. Part of this intervention involves the removal of anything that stands in the way of your alignment. This removal may look harsh from the outside, but it is always rooted in precision. It may take the form of relationships ending unexpectedly because those connections would limit your growth. It may appear as sudden job changes or career disruptions that push you into a path you would not have chosen on your own. It may appear as emotional upheaval that forces you to confront patterns you can no longer carry.
These interventions create openings that your conscious mind might never create on its own. The universe rearranges what you would not willingly change. One of the most profound reasons the universe rearranges your life is to shift your identity. You cannot step into a higher timeline while holding on to an identity shaped by smaller expectations. Your identity determines what you believe you deserve, what you pursue, what you tolerate, and how you interpret the world. If your identity does not expand, your opportunities cannot either. The universe challenges your identity by stripping away everything that reinforces the limited version of yourself. This often includes roles, relationships, environments, and situations that once felt familiar. Without these attachments, you are forced to redefine who you are. This redefinition is necessary for your breakthrough. Another reason for the rearrangement lies in the restructuring of your internal compass. Your intuition becomes more active during this phase because the universe is guiding you toward a new direction. But intuition cannot be fully activated when you are surrounded by noise, distraction, or emotional clutter. When the universe rearranges your life, it removes the interference. This might mean solitude increases, social circles shrink, or routines change dramatically. What appears to be isolation is actually the clearing of your intuitive channel. The universe quiets your life so you can hear where you are being directed. Timing also plays a major role in the rearrangement. Every major event in your life is tied to a larger network of timing that extends far beyond your immediate awareness. The universe is constantly adjusting this network to create synchronicities and align opportunities. When something in your life is delayed, it is because the universe is waiting for the perfect intersection between your internal evolution and the external events necessary for your breakthrough. If an opportunity comes too early, you will not yet have the skills or mindset to handle it. If it comes too late, you may miss the momentum you need. The universe rearranges your life to ensure alignment between readiness and opportunity. This realignment is necessary because the old version of your life cannot support the expansion ahead. Expansion requires a stronger foundation, clearer boundaries, deeper emotional grounding, and a more elevated sense of self. Your old life was built around your old wounds, old assumptions, and old limitations. The universe cannot place new blessings on that foundation without watching them crumble. So it clears out whatever is fragile, unstable, or misaligned. The clearing can feel brutal, but it is actually protecting you from a future collapse. In many cases, the universe also rearranges your life to remove the distractions that keep you from seeing your true path. People often cling to comfort zones long after those zones have served their purpose. Comfort creates stagnation. Familiarity creates conformity. When you are stuck in a pattern of comfort, you stop evolving. The universe breaks these patterns to pull you out of stagnation and push you into purpose. This push is not gentle, but it is always accurate. You may also notice that during this rearrangement phase, your emotional triggers intensify. This happens because the universe is not only shifting your external life, but also purifying your internal world.
Triggers reveal unresolved wounds. They highlight emotional patterns that must be healed before you can rise higher. The universe does not rearrange your life while leaving your inner world untouched. Both must evolve in harmony. Your external life shifts to make space for new opportunities, while your internal life shifts to make space for a new identity. Realignment also requires the release of control. Many people attempt to force life to remain predictable, even when predictability limits their growth. The universe rearranges circumstances to break this illusion of control. It shows you that the path forward cannot be designed solely by logic, comfort, or fear. Realignment requires surrender. When the universe rearranges everything for you, it is teaching you to trust the process even when you cannot see the outcome. Trust becomes the doorway that leads you into the next phase of your evolution. Ultimately, the universe rearranges your life because something in your future is calling you. Your spirit feels it before your mind does. This calling demands a version of you that cannot exist within the confines of your old reality. The rearrangement strips away the parts of your life that do not match your destiny. It prepares you for the opportunities that will require strength, clarity, resilience, and authenticity. The universe is not dismantling your life, it is sculpting it. It is shaping it into the exact form needed to support your next expansion. You outgrew your old life long before it began falling apart. The rearrangement simply reveals what has already shifted within you, and when the universe finishes its work, you will stand in a life that matches the frequency of your highest self. A life built not on old patterns, but on divine alignment. Navigating a universal realignment requires a level of awareness and composure that does not always come naturally in moments of uncertainty. When life begins shifting in ways you cannot predict or control, the instinct is often to resist, to grasp for stability, or to attempt to force your circumstances back into familiar shapes. But realignment is not a process you can wrestle into submission. It is a movement orchestrated by something larger than your fear, your expectations, or your habits. To move through this stage effectively, you must adopt a new way of perceiving and responding to the changes taking place around you. The first and most important approach is learning to remain calm. Calmness is not the absence of emotion, but the presence of perspective. When you stay calm, you create space between yourself and the events unfolding in your life. This space allows you to observe instead of reacting impulsively. You begin to see patterns instead of problems. You begin to sense intention instead of accident. Calmness is what allows you to step back and recognize that the dismantling is purposeful, even when it feels disruptive. It keeps you from clinging to structures the universe is already trying to remove. It helps you understand that not every loss is meant to be resisted, and not every shift is meant to be fixed. Observation becomes your next essential tool. When you observe instead of resist, you begin to notice how certain doors close with precision. You notice how specific people drift away, while others appear unexpectedly. You begin to see how delays redirect you towards something you had not considered. Observation reveals that the rearrangement is happening with intelligence, not randomness. It shows you that the universe is guiding the process in ways your logical mind cannot yet comprehend. Through observation, you gain clarity on what is being removed from your life and why. You also start noticing what is emerging, even if it arrives quietly at first. Trust becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Without trust, every shift feels like a threat. With trust, every shift becomes a message. Trust is not blind optimism, it is the recognition that life has carried you through countless unknowns before, and it will carry you through this one as well. Trust allows you to surrender the illusion of control and lean into the possibility that the universe may know more about your path than you do. When you trust the process, you stop fighting the current. You let it carry you toward alignment. You allow life to lead you, instead of trying to force outcomes based on limited information. During this phase, synchronicities often appear with greater frequency. These synchronicities are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are the universe's way of letting you know that the rearrangement is coordinated, not chaotic. They may appear as repeated numbers, symbols, words, dreams, or encounters that feel too aligned to be accidental. When you begin noticing these signs, pay attention. They do not tell you everything, but they do tell you that you are being guided. Synchronicity provides reassurance during the moments when you cannot yet see the destination. It reminds you that you are not navigating this transition alone. Letting go becomes another crucial part of navigating this phase. When something leaves your life during a rearrangement, it is because it no longer aligns with your future. Holding on to it only prolongs the discomfort and increases the resistance. Letting go does not mean forcing yourself not to care. It means recognizing that some chapters end because they served their purpose. It means allowing relationships, roles, or identities to dissolve when they no longer support your evolution. This release opens space for what is meant to come. The universe cannot place new blessings in hands that refuse to unclench old attachments. As you let go of what is leaving, shift your focus toward what is opening. Realignment is not only about removing the old, it is also about introducing the new. Sometimes the new opportunities arrive subtly. Sometimes they arrive suddenly, but they do arrive. They may come as intuitive nudges, unexpected invitations, fresh ideas, or new connections that feel more aligned than anything before. When you focus on what is emerging instead of what is disappearing, you shift from fear to receptivity. You begin participating in your transformation rather than resisting it. To move through this phase smoothly, you must cultivate clarity. Clarity is not knowing every detail of the path ahead. It is knowing what feels aligned and what does not. Clarity means tuning into your internal compass and allowing it to guide your decisions. It means letting your intuition speak louder than your fear. Clarity emerges when you stop seeking external validation and begin trusting the signals within yourself. The clearer you are internally, the easier it becomes for the universe to align your external circumstances. Surrender is another necessary element of realignment. Surrender is not giving up, it is giving over. It is acknowledging that there are moments when the universe must lead. Surrender is the act of releasing your grip on outcomes you have outgrown. It is the willingness to be guided even when you do not have the full map. When you surrender, you remove the tension blocking your path. You create flow where there was once friction. You allow your life to unfold in alignment rather than forcing it into familiar but limiting shapes. Openness is what completes this triad of clarity, surrender, and trust. Openness allows you to receive what you would otherwise overlook. It keeps you receptive to new opportunities, new people, new ideas, and new directions. Without openness, the universe may offer you something precisely aligned with your future, but you will not recognize it. Openness removes the barriers created by fear, doubt, and rigid expectations. It invites possibility. It invites transformation. It invites the future you are being prepared for. During this realignment phase, you may experience moments of silence or emptiness. This emptiness is not a void, but a pause. It is the universe resetting your timeline. Rather than rushing to fill the space with distractions or desperate decisions, use this pause to listen. The silence often contains the clearest guidance. When your life becomes quiet, your intuition becomes loud. Pay attention to what rises within you during these moments. It may be discomfort, it may be clarity, it may be grief, it may be desire. All of these emotional responses are part of your evolution. Another vital aspect of navigating this phase is recognizing when to act. Action during realignment should not be impulsive, it should be intentional. When clarity arrives, move with it. When a door opens, walk through it. When a connection resonates, explore it. When your intuition signals a shift, honor it. The universe creates momentum, but you must participate in it. Realignment is a collaboration between your inner world and the cosmic forces shaping your external one. Your role is not to force or control, but to respond with awareness and integrity. As the rearrangement continues, self-kindness becomes essential. You are evolving, shedding, adjusting, and learning all at once. This process can be emotionally intense, and it may bring moments of fatigue or confusion. Do not judge yourself for struggling. Do not criticize yourself for feeling uncertain. You are walking through a period of profound change. Treat yourself with the same patience and gentleness you would offer a friend going through a major transition. Self-kindness stabilizes you when everything around you feels unstable. It keeps your energy open instead of constricted. Reflection is another tool that will help you navigate the realignment. Take time to reflect on what is shifting in your life and why. Reflection helps you recognize patterns and themes. It reveals the areas where you are being pushed to grow and the areas where you are being invited to release. Through reflection, you begin to see the intelligence behind the changes rather than the discomfort alone. You also begin to notice how far you have already come. Ultimately, navigating this realignment requires you to adopt a mindset that supports transformation instead of resisting it. This mindset is grounded in clarity, surrender, trust, openness, and observation. It is rooted in the understanding that the universe is not dismantling your life to harm you, but to prepare you. Every shift, every delay, every unexpected detour carries purpose. Your role is not to fight the process, but to align with it. The more you align, the smoother the transition becomes. The more you resist, the more friction you experience. As you move through this stage, remember that the universe rearranges only what cannot stay. It removes only what no longer fits. It shifts only what is misaligned with your highest trajectory. What belongs to your future will remain or reappear. What does not will fade. Navigating this realignment is not about holding everything together. It is about allowing what needs to move and trusting that what is meant for you will meet you at the perfect time. This phase of your journey is refining you, preparing you, and positioning you for the expansion that awaits. If you move through it with awareness, patience, and trust, you will come out of it not only aligned, but transformed. You will step into the next chapter with a deeper understanding of yourself and a stronger connection to the cosmic forces guiding your path. As we bring this message to a close, it is important to return to the truth woven through every part of your journey. The upheaval in your life is not a collapse, it is alignment. What feels like instability is the foundation shifting so it can support who you are becoming. What feels like loss is the clearing of space so new opportunities can take root. What feels like disruption is the universe rearranging everything around you with purpose and precision. Your life is not falling apart at random, it is falling into place in ways you may not yet fully understand. When the universe intervenes this strongly, it is because your path is changing. You are being guided toward a higher version of your life, one that requires more clarity, more strength, and more authenticity. That guidance does not always appear in gentle forms. Sometimes it arrives through the closing of old doors, the ending of old cycles, and the shifting of familiar structures. But even these changes carry intention. They are not meant to break you. They are meant to align you with the future that has been waiting for you. You are not being abandoned in this transition. You are being guided. Every delay, every redirection, every unexpected shift is part of a larger orchestration designed to place you exactly where you need to be. Even if the pieces of your life feel scattered right now, they are moving into a pattern that will make sense in time. You are stepping into a timeline that matches your growth, not your fear. Trust that the universe has not forgotten you. It is preparing you. If you can hold this perspective, the chaos loses its power. You begin to see purpose where there was once confusion. You begin to recognize that the realignment is shaping you, refining you, and strengthening you so you can receive what you once were not ready to carry. This phase is temporary, but the transformation it brings will remain with you long after the upheaval ends. Before you leave, take a moment to support this channel so messages like this can continue reaching the people who need them. If this video has spoken to your experience, make sure to like it, share it with someone who may need these words, and subscribe for future guidance as you continue along your path.